doggos.
I don't love the... I think up until this point, I was really happy with the BNK draft.
But yeah, that's why he left. As Diablo not exactly having the greatest win rate on Evolution thus far, but Raptor might be able to make a little bit of a difference to it here, as it looks like First Blood going to be cleaned up by the doggo. That should be a second kill as well, as Beryl is just so far from safety. It's a double kill for the Neferi in the bottom lane, and that is a level 3 gank if ever I've seen one.
Well, it changes the situation a little bit, doesn't it, Atlas?
Well,
now, we do have these two teams, I think, most likely going to be scrapping. Lucid can't really go too hard onto Raptor. Needs to be careful.
Well, he's just going to go in, finds the ulti onto Raptor, who does go untargetable. We'll see whether they can actually get the kill, but first it's going to be Lucid going down. Aiming has to flash, as now Beryl is, just doomed. And they tried to do it. They hit Raptor with everything, and that was not enough.
Yeah, there's a reason why I said they couldn't, and that's because Neferi can go untargetable. Yeah. A bit of a disaster if they don't get the immediate setup, and even if they do, it would still have been an uphill battle. So that is a colossal win here early for BNK, and as highlighted, I think that getting early leads with this composition is going to make the life of BK exceptionally hard, and BNK, imagine if they were able to, on red side I might add, get themselves to especially Beryl if he doesn't have flash and he's not able to really threaten anyone with the counter punch, because then his bailout doesn't get a lot of value. As aiming again, getting taken low.
Oh god, there's a train! Aiming is just going to get ran into, but does have the bailout available. We'll see whether it can actually survive. The answer is no, as it's a double kill for the Neferi once again. There is an answer though for DK this time around, but Lucid getting taken so low. Showmaker dives in, they take down Diablo, but Raptor is still at full health in this game, as the dash outs for Shio are trying to work out here, as Vikla makes his way forward, but he's picked up by a Q, and DK, they try and salvage at the end, but this doggo is just such a problem.
Better for DK relatively, because they're not really that far behind on big spikes. And they're going to need it as it's going to take a lot of damage here, I do think.
Yeah, a bit of a shoe sandwich situation here as the train comes through. They're looking for Beryl, but he just gets fates called. Shio goes all out, but doesn't quite get over that wall, but does still manage to dash. But the Q is going to be there, and Clear helps lock it down for Vikla. Oh, that was a very awkward
scenario. They're going to try and maybe make a play for Herald, but they're still down a member.
Yep. And of course, BNK right now down a member because there is a Neferi doing a dragon.
And they can't do it.
Yeah, Beryl is going to move away now, as Diablo was threatening this outer turret. It is going to be a Mountain Soul this game, but double dragon over to BNK is a big deal. As nice handshake. Hostile takeover does nothing at all though, but Showmaker has found the backline. Diablo could be in trouble, but there's just not the damage to take him down. Now he's going to get safe as Lucid gets attempted to be bailed out, but they just don't have the damage to follow it up. And Shiu pushes a couple back in. Clear is just so tanky though. And Shiu not quite as much. Clear capable of tanking up the turret as well. Man, BNK in these last couple of games have just been diabolical
as well. And BNK, I think, are on the precipice of going up match point here.
Yep, it's looking like it. 4.5k, the gold lead, as Clear is getting rid of Vision here in the jungle. I did my best to not say clearing Vision, because that would have been funny. But that is going to be a charm that Raptor just dives right into. Now he's dead, and the shutdown goes to Beryl.
In his defense, I think it was the turret that did that.
Still unfortunate.
Very bad. Yeah,
you would say
really unlucky.
It's not exactly optimal, as now Shiu is in so much trouble. The Venn diagram gets put down, and winning was a very small portion of that for Shiu. Logistics protocol?
Logistics program.
Protocol? Something like that.
It's a big deal.
Yep.
That actually would have been gold that both the Vi as well as the Ahri could have used well. Now BNK, outer ring of turrets fully down, Atlas.
Circling of the drain has commenced here for DK. They're going to have to pray to the Rise gods to get something to work here, but Rise is kind of a god here, as in goes Raptor once again. Hostile takeover to try and lock him down, as aiming, looking for the Ren, but it's not enough to take him down. Shiu is going to die, now the Realm Warp to get them all in there. The Vi goes down, Diablo is frontlining, as aiming, not able to bail himself out of this one, and it's only Showmaker left standing. Triple kill.
Yeah, but in hindsight, that still was kind of a
kind of clean.
Stomp for most of it, right?
Yeah. It is a bit of a shame. At this rate, I am not entirely sure.
Maybe Vikla can help us get there.
Well, let's just see. As Lucid is going to turn up. Aiming going to find him there as well as Vikla goes golden. But he does get knocked back. Flashes away, though, and now it's DK that are in a rough spot as the train comes down. Clear, not finding too much value, but does it matter? It absolutely does not, as Raptor has an entire pet shop after Showmaker here. And Lucid is just going to get cleaned up on the back, and Showmaker trying his very best as we zoom back in, but the Foxy lady is just going to get obliterated, and Diablo is dealing with this wave. This game, ladies and gentlemen, is over. Completely donezo,
as it's, look at the kill score as well. So many of these fights have felt like they were, but they're not working.
It certainly is not. And now I think they're just planning on what they're going to do to try and get back into this series in game number 4. At least that's what I'm hoping. As Lucid Beryl could be in a little bit of trouble. The Fate's Call does come on through. Nice double knock up there, but unfortunately I just don't think it's really going to work as Raptor's over the wall. Hostile takeover will force out the untargetability, but Shiu is just going to try and limp towards the rest of his teammates. Does manage to make it over. The Doggo's getting a bit angry, but the redemption is going to be there. Diablo is down relatively low, but there is no one threatening him. There's another minion wave, and this inner turret is also going to go down. So that's going to move us to about a 12,000 gold lead for BNK FEARX. And they're going to go for a reset. Next Dragon is going...
It's still Power Spike.
Well, Power Spikes, I think, are relative to the state of the game.
Well, that depends on how you, like, absolutely.
A Power Spike is about a cadence to which you can be strong. And this is too late, unfortunately.
Another Hail Mary!
Yeah, they're going to go for it here as Handshake's coming down. Hostile takeover, getting a fair bit of work done. Shiu finally turning up to the fight as aiming has been bailed out, but it is unfortunately not going to be enough. It's expensive to try and get him out of this one as Beryl now in a very uncomfortable position. And no matter what DK do, there is no winning these fights.
I kind of love that. So they realm warped out the target that was focused. Vikla was like, yeah, you can't get a Ren set if there is no one to Ren. I'm dipping.
Oh my goodness.
Like, and also, let's be real, he has Seraphs, and Seraphs still didn't even get fucked, by the way.
Yeah. He's also 4-0-10. The Rise is just having a pretty good time here in this game. We're going to compare Aiming and Diablo here to add some insult to the injury that is already prevailing. And 2 inhibitors now on the floor. BNK, they can wander back, grab themselves a Baron, play this one by the book, and I think that is baby. Let's go. Yeah, it's 14.
Or boiling 14, with rage, because it's I guess he's out.
He is. He is going to make...
They also, I'm pretty sure, did spot Lucid because he went for the ward over the wall. Okay, so Lucid needs to steal this, obviously. Like, that goes without saying.
He does.
And then a lot of other things need to happen. Let's see if we can get the first part of this going.
Well, Showmaker did just teleport away.
We're just turning!
Yeah, we're just going to turn. They look to lock down Shiu. He's going to be going down first as Raptor dives on top of Aiming. And as soon as he's closed the gap, I just don't think that there's any way for this Kalista to do anything. The bailout does activate, but unfortunately, he's just not getting any kills in this game. As the Vault Breaker goes out there for Lucid, but I just don't know whether that is going to help.
It's fine. Atlas, he's denying him access to the soul.
True!
Now, don't look at the base.
Unfortunately, we're zooming in on said base.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll try and ignore it. Okay, I'll cast off the mini-map as I'll look at the fountain as Lucid and Showmaker truly taking control of their fountain at this stage. But the Nexus turrets are exploding, and it's just BNK celebrating as they will hit match point in this best of 5 in the play-ins to stay in the upper bracket.